Hello, hello. So I have a little bit of a pocket page layout for you. I'm going to tell you a little bit about this album. I'm starting an album of all the photographs of my niece and her up until she was 6 months old. This is going to end up being a gift for my brother and my sister-in-law. They know about it, and they've been providing me with all the pictures and everything. So I'm using these pocket pages, and I'm going to start with these pictures of my niece's baby shower. And the reason I chose these photos and decided to start this project is because my stash kit matched the photos from the baby shower perfectly. So the baby shower was all coral and aqua and minty colored, and I just knew that this Cocoa Vanilla Studio Endless Summer collection that was in my stash kit would be perfect for this layout. So we're going to go ahead and put the photos from the baby shower into her album, and this also gets me started on this album because I have been kind of putting it off. We were talking in our Rediscover Your Stash event about pocket pages, and there is a lot of people that are part of the challenge that are doing pocket pages. So I thought I would create a couple of pocket page videos using my stash kit. So what I'm doing first of all is choosing the background. So I have all the photos slipped in where I want them, and I'm just going to choose a main background paper for each of my cards. All of my layers and everything are just going to be scraps. So you saw me kind of trim down scraps and trim down some papers. This album is going to be quite full, so I don't want to put anything that's really bulky, and I don't want to do layers that are more than 2 cards. So what you see me doing here is I am using the Endless Summer alphabet stickers to go ahead and place my title. On the video, I don't know, because of the video, it looks like the title is blending in a lot, but you'll see in the photos that I'm going to put in the event page, and also at the end, I think, that you can read it very nice. It blends in, it looks nice, but you can read it. I inked up the edges of the letters with my Vintage Photo Distress ink just to give it a little bit more of a pop or some more definition against those backgrounds. So I'm going to go ahead and use these teeny tiny little alphabet stickers from Webster's Pages that were part of my stash kit, and I'm going to use them to add the date of the baby shower, and that will be 1 card done. So this next card is a photo of the cake, and you can really see the colors that were used in the baby shower and how well they coordinate with these Endless Summer colors. So I kind of pre-pulled flat embellishments and these little scraps of paper to go with to do these layouts for the baby shower. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab this sticker, which is a border sticker from the 6x12 sticker sheet, and I'm going to use it as a border. If you're interested in the album or the page protectors that I'm using, I got them both from Becky Higgins and Project Life, right from her Project Life website. I generally, if I'm ordering pocket pages or if I want to order a core kit or anything, I pretty much always just order straight from her website. She has a really great deal on shipping, and she also has a lot of different albums, and often she'll have some sales too. So I like to bundle things up. So that's where I mostly get all of my page protectors and all of the albums that I use, both my 12x12 albums and, like, for this smaller project, the 8x8 one. Also, as an aside, I don't use Project Life cards in pocket pages. I buy them. I have some from Close to My Heart, and I have some from Becky Higgins. Really like them. Don't use them in pocket pages because of the rounded corners, but what I do love to do with them is I love to use them as journaling cards on 12x12 layouts, and I also like to cut out some of the different elements and use them on my 12x12 layouts. But whenever I am doing actual pocket pages, I always cut down my own paper or use paper that I've previously cut down into pocket page size, and I create my own I create my own cards. So for pocket pages, I intersperse them right in with the rest of my album. And since I store my layouts chronologically, I always do a little month in review for each month before I go into those months 12 by 12 layouts. And I think I'm going to do a month in review pocket page as well over the next couple of days, so you can look forward to that video. I haven't started it yet, but I've set aside the products to do it, so hoping to do another one of these for you with a larger pocket page. So now here I am on my last little page here. These pocket pages are going to go nice and fast because there's only 4 and they're 4 by 4, and I have all my supplies right here ready to go. And just about every pocket is going to have a picture, and that's how this whole album, I've kind of gone ahead through and slipped the photos into the different pockets, and almost every pocket is going to have a picture so that we can get all 6 months. Well, I'd like to get her up to a year in those pocket pages, but we'll see. I went ahead and grabbed a punch from my stash, a butterfly punch, and I'm using it to punch some scraps of paper and then pop those up. And then also, and this is from my kit, this is not from my kit, but I went ahead and grabbed some enamel dots. Enamel dots and staples are kind of like my go-to embellishments that you will find just about on every one of the pocket pages that I do. I tend to really enjoy the look of both staples and enamel dots on little pockets. So that will be the first 4 little pockets, and now we're going to flip it over and do the next one. I love these floral papers. I love these hibiscus flowers in this Endless Summer collection, and I thought that they were absolutely perfect for this layout, mostly because my sister-in-law and brother got married in Jamaica, and there was hibiscus flowers as part of her wedding, so I thought that for her baby shower photos that would be really kind of like a nice little tie-in and something really cute. So I'm going to go ahead and just add little bits and pieces and flat embellishments to these photos, and yeah, just keep working through everything. I'm sorry my floor squeaks. I'm actually pacing on my floor while I do this voiceover, and every so often there's this one squeaky board that I seem to want to hit. So sorry about that. I live in, the house that I live in was built in 1920, and I still have the original 90-year-old hardwood floors, or almost 100 years old hardwood floors. So we get some squeaky boards now and then. So I just am trying to kind of go through all of the embellishments, all the things I've pulled out, and searching for just the right little things that I think will look nice and coordinate with the colors that are in my photos. I guess I don't really have a whole lot about these cards. I generally keep my pocket pages, like I said, pretty flat, not a lot of mixed media. I don't even put like color shine sometimes, but most of the time not. I have tried mixed media in my pocket pages before, but I don't know that I've really liked it when I've done it, so I kind of just like to keep things really simple. What I do love are flat embellishments like stickers and die cuts. I love to use ink on my pocket page layouts, and of course my staples and enamel dots. So this photo here, I'm going to go ahead and I know I want to put that banner at the top, so I keep all my little offcuts kind of off to the side so I can use them. I love to use offcuts from my scraps onto my pocket pages. Generally, when I kill a kit, I wait and I do at least 1 pocket page, if not 2, right at the end with just my scraps cut down. For this particular layout, I did cut into a couple of full sheets of paper just because I hadn't really gotten into this Cocoa Vanilla Studio papers yet that I wanted to use. So here I just took a little bit of scrap paper. I'm adding my staples and that little banner, and I'm going to make that layout nice and easy. That's of my sister-in-law wearing some of the decorations from the party while they were cleaning up. So this bottom one, I want to add a title to this one with my letter stickers. So I'm going to add that title the exact same way I added the title on the other side. I'm going to take the Cocoa Vanilla stickers and I'm going to ink them up with the Vintage Photo Distress ink. And I'm going to go ahead and add just a couple little hearts and some staples and some enamel dots. I'm sorry if there's some noise in the background. Apparently it's snack time or lunch time, and my oldest son is getting himself something to eat. And I went to a different room. I'm not in the kitchen anymore, but his noise is following me. Ah. So I'm just going to finish up this last card with the picture. And now the fourth card. So I do want to add a little something to different spots in this album where my brother or my sister-in-law can add a thoughts or a little bit of journaling. Of course, I don't think that they'll want to write a whole story, but I want there to be nice places that are set up for them to kind of stop and jot down something if they want to. So I want the journaling blocks to also be decorative so that they don't feel obligated to write something. If they leave it alone, it'll still be just fine. So I'm going to do that by taking this kind of light pattern paper, and I'm going to add a couple of labels in a little journaling spot. And I'm just going to keep it simple so that if they want to write something, they can, and the space is there for them to do so. But if they don't, it's not going to look it's not going to be glaringly obvious. At least that was the plan. I don't know. I'd love to hear your thoughts on whether I actually succeeded in my plan. So, but that was the plan, was just something that was still pretty and still looked pretty when you were flipping through the album and didn't scream, "No one wrote on me," if that makes sense. And so this will finish up both sides of this layout. It will also finish up the little bit I wanted to put in the album of her baby shower. And then if you want me to do more of these little pocket pages like this with my sister's, with my niece's baby photos, please leave me a comment below and let me know that you like it, and let me know that you want me to do some more of them, and I will go ahead and keep working. Because I do have, like I said, about 6 months worth of photos. I think I showed them at the beginning, all the photos I need to put in this album. So that will complete this page. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you haven't yet, be sure to check out our Rediscover Your Stash event, and I'll see you soon. Bye.